Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve day 20 problem of this month on Leetcode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. So today we are going to solve problem number 1106, parsing a Boolean expression. Okay, so let's read the problem statement first. A Boolean expression is an expression that evaluates to either true or false. It can be in one of the following shapes. Okay. T evaluates to true, F evaluates to false, and if not of sub expression. Okay. That evaluates to the logical not of the inner expression. Okay, and this and multiple sub expressions inside this, right, that evaluates to the logical and of the inner expressions. Okay, and or multiple sub expressions inside this evaluates to the logical or of the inner expressions. We have given a string expression that represents a Boolean expression. Return the evaluation of that expression. Okay, and it is granted that the given expression is valid and follows the given rules. Okay, so now let's understand this with example number 1. Okay, so here this is expression given to us, right, and there is one open bracket here, and inside this open bracket there is or, logical or operation, and for this logical or we have these set of expressions inside this, right, open bracket and close bracket. Okay, and then there's one more close bracket. Okay, so here let's do one thing. First let's evaluate this part. So single expression, so it will give me only false only, right, because I am doing the or right, or with this statement, right, so it will give only f, right, and for this f, okay, I am make these two, okay, open and close bracket I have added here, and then we have to do the and. Okay, and of this false, it's going to give me false only, right, so here first we are evaluating this part, right, or and this f. Okay, we have evaluated this, so it returns f. This expression is now and then f. Okay, this expression. Okay, then we are evaluating this. This is also returning false. Okay, this expression is now f. Okay, now for f we are simply going to return false. Okay, so this is how we are solving this, right. See example number 2. Okay, so we have to do the logical or, and these are the different sub expressions inside this opening bracket and close bracket. Okay, so for or, logical or, if any one statement, okay, if any one value is true, then the overall result will always become true. Okay, that's the simple mean of logical or, right. So here see, this is true, so overall it's true only, so that is why we are returning true. Okay, so here this, see this logical or. Okay, so we have to do this, and inside this there are different many expressions. Okay, let's say, so if any of these expression is true, okay, any of one this is true, then overall result I will always get true. Okay, that's the simple meaning of this logical or. Okay, and what about logical and? Okay, logical and, okay, let's say there are multiple expression inside this. Okay, multiple expressions, multiple, right, so if any one expression, let's say, is false, then the overall result will always be false. Okay, this is the mean of logical and. Okay, so here if anyone is true, then overall will become true. If anyone is false, then overall will become false. Okay, and what is this logical not? Okay, what is the use of this one? We have three, right, uh, this logical not, logical and logical or. So we know what this and what is this logical not. So inside this logical not, okay, there will always be just one expression. Okay, there will always be just one expression, and if this expression is true, then we will have to return false, and if this expression is false, Okay, if this expression is false, then in that case we have to return true. Okay, so this is the meaning, okay, of all this. Okay, so now see here, anyone is true, so overall will become true only, so we are returning this. Okay, see example number 3. Okay, so let's solve first this inner one, f and t. Anyone is false, so and operation we are doing, so overall it will become false. Okay, so I can write it like this here, this, and inside this f. Okay, then for f we have to do the logical note, so this is going to return me true, right? So first we are evaluating this and ft, false and true. Okay, it is going to give me false, that simply means f. The expression is now this. Okay, then evaluate this, not false, so it is going to return true. Okay, so we are returning true. All right, so I hope that you guys are clear with the problem statement. Okay, and all the examples. Okay, so now I think this problem is going to be a little bit medium level of you. Okay, you understood the problem statement and examples. Okay, now let's see how I'm going to solve this problem. Okay, so here let's take example, any one example here. Let's pick example 3. Okay, so let me just copy this, paste it here. Okay, okay, so now what you need to do here. Okay, so this is a complete expression, so string expression, right, given to us. So I'm going to use stack here. Okay, but why stack? Okay, so let's see. So first let's create a stack. Okay, so in this stack I have to ignore two type of things. Okay, so let's ignore this comma. Okay, I have to ignore this comma and open parenthesis. So whenever we encounter this in my expression or the comma in my expression, okay, these two things, these two characters in my expression, then we have to ignore. Okay, so now first let's see, this is a logical note. Okay, so just push this inside my stack. Okay, so I have pushed this. Okay, then after that there is one open bracket. Okay, there is one open bracket, ignore it. If this is open bracket, ignore it. Then after that we have this and operation. Okay, just push this into my stack. Okay, then there is one open bracket. Okay, so continue, don't do anything. Okay, then after that f, so just push this into my stack. After that comma, ignore it. After that t is there, push this t. Okay, then there is one closing bracket. Okay, so now we have to perform some action. Okay, since there is one close bracket here. Okay, so now what we need to do? Okay, so now I have to create a new stack. Let's name that. Okay, so this stack, let's name it as stack. And now I'm going to create one temporary stack. Temporary stack. Okay, so in this temporary stack, when a closing parenthesis is encountered, we have to evaluate the expression. Okay, so here I have to check while my stack dot peak. Okay, this stack dot peak is not equal to this logical note or this one or this one. Okay, so while my stack dot peak is not equal to this logical note, logical and or logical or. Okay, in that case I have to just pop the topmost element from my stack. Okay, and push them into my temporary stack. Okay, because okay, so first t. Okay, I pop this, push this into my temporary stack. Then next is f. Okay, I pop this and push this into my stack. Okay, okay, then there is this. Okay, then we have to stop. Now we have to evaluate this, right? We have to evaluate this. Okay, so now see, we have to evaluate this part. Okay, and we have got this part here, t and f, right? And here just in the left side of this, okay, this is one open parenthesis, right? And here you see we have the operation that we have to perform, right? So here see, this character is and, so we have to perform the logical and of this f and t, right? This is what we need to do. Okay, so now here I have told you guys one thing, that if any one value is false, then we have to return false overall. Okay, so this is going to give me false, okay, overall, because here we are using logical and. Okay, so let's just remove it, and because this and is going to give me the overall value as false. Okay, and then we have to push this f to the stack. Okay, I have pushed this. All right, now after that we move further. We encounter one more close braces, right? So again we have to create one temporary stack. Okay, so now let's remove all these elements. Okay, so now we encounter one close bracket. Okay, so pop this out and push this into this one. Okay, this is done. All right, now I see that we have this logical node in the top of stack. Okay, peak of stack. So what I have to do, I have to here do the operations. Okay, note of f I have to do, because in logical note we always have single expression. Okay, and that's the case here, right? So here it is going to evaluate me true. Okay, so here remove this, because it is turning me true. So here what I have to do, I'm just going to push this t inside this. Okay, then after it this is completed, right? So here in the end I'm just going to return the top element from my stack. Okay, so here top element is true. Okay, so I'm just going to return true. Okay, so that's how we are solving this. So here see, for this example number 3, our output is 3, our output is true, right? So here you know that we are using stack, right? The reason is simple, right? So here we are just evaluating the expression, right? So as soon as we encounter one open braces, okay, after that we insert all the elements. Okay, f t t, and as soon as I encounter close bracket, I perform evaluate that expression, right? So that's a simple operation of stack only, right? See, so with stack we can easily solve this problem, right? Okay, so now let's write the code for this one. Okay, so we are just parsing the expression, right? So now here in the code we are just going to do the same things that I have explained, right? So first create one stack of characters. Let's name it as stack, and here new stack, and then after that we have to iterate through the expression, right? So expression consisting of characters, right? So here I have to write char ch, and here expression is a string, so I have to convert it to char array. So to char array. Okay, and then after that here if the character is equal to this one, or open bracket, right, is equal to this, right? So in this case we have to simply continue, right? So we have to ignore commas and opening parentheses, right? And here in the else part, if my character is equal to t, okay, or if my character is equal to false, or if my character is equal to, okay, logical not, or if my character is equal to logical and, or if my character is equal to logical or. Okay, so in that case we have to just push them to the stack, right? Stack dot push that particular character, and I told you that we need to perform the action only if we encounter close bracket. Okay, character is equal to this, then we have to perform the actions. Okay, so when a closing parenthesis is encountered, evaluate the expression. Okay, so inside this we are creating one temporary stack, which is nothing but stack of characters only, right? Stack of character temp stack. Okay, new stack. Okay, and now after that, here, but I have to check, so I'm going to run one while loop. Okay, so while stack dot peak is not equal to any operation like logical and or not. Okay, all these things. So if it is not equal to this one, or stack dot peak is not equal to this one, or stack dot peak is not equal to this one. Okay, then until then we are pushing all the elements in my temporary stack. Okay, this temporary stack. So here I have to write temp stack dot push the elements which are popping from the stack. Okay, this is done. Okay, now we have to, after that, okay, we have to get the operator. Okay, what type of operator we have. Okay, and or not. Okay, so how we are going to get that char operator? So definitely that operator is going to be at the top of my stack. Okay, stack dot pop. Okay, this stack. Okay, so now let's create one boolean result. Okay, so here I am going to say that if my operator, okay, if my operator is equal to this one logical note, okay, then in that case take value of result variable as true. Okay, okay, if my operator is equal to this, then in that case take the value as true. Okay, and if this operator is not equal to logical note, then in that case here take the value like this. Okay, operator is equal to and. Okay, so what does this mean? So here I am saying that if my operator is equal to logical note, then set the value as true. Okay, so if operator, here let me add the comment, if operator is equal to this, then my result I'm taking starting as true. Okay, now if this is not the case, okay, then here if my operator is equal to and, okay, if my operator is equal to and, then also take true, then take result as true. Okay, but if my operator is equal to or, okay, then take result as false. Okay, so this is what we need to do here. Okay, so if my operator is equal to logical note, then take true. If it is not like this, then if it is and, then take true, otherwise take false. Okay, so now what is the use of this one, why I'm taking it like this? Okay, we will understand it later. Okay, so now once this is done, then after that we have to evaluate based on the operator, right? So here while my, we have to evaluate this. Okay, whatever the expression that we have inside this temp stack. Okay, while my this temp stack is not empty. Okay, until then we have to solve it, right? Okay, so now inside this character value, okay, char value, okay, whatever the value that we have, take some more, char value is equal to temp stack dot pop. Okay, we took this character value. Okay, so now operator if operator, okay, the operator that we have here, okay, if operator is equal to and, then what we need to do? Okay, so if operator is equal to and, then I am going to operate my result like this. Result is equal to result and value is equal to t. Okay, now what does this mean? Okay, so initially result value is true, right? True if my operator is equal to and. Okay, so here true, and here if a value is equal to true, then it will remain true only. But if I encounter false anywhere, right, during this and operation, then my overall result will become false only, right? So that's what we need to check. Okay, if value is equal to true, then it will give true, and initially it is true only. Okay, so it will remain true, right? And otherwise, if this is false, then my result will be updated to false in the next step. Okay, in the starting we can't take a result as false, then every time then it will always remain false only. So initially we have to take a result as true only, right, in case of and, right? Understood? So we have to take initially it as true only. So that's what we do, right? So in some expression, when we have to find the max value, so we created the variable as integer dot mean value, okay, minus infinity, so that we encounter max if it is true. Okay, if we take max as infinity only, then we will not find any other max value which is available. So that's what we are doing here. Okay, so we know that for and, if any one value is false, then overall result will become false. Okay, so that is why initially we are taking it true, so that later on if we encounter true, then it will remain true only. But if we encounter false, then it will always set to false only. Later on you add true to it or false, so it will always remain false only. Okay, if once it is set to false. Okay, so that's the simple meaning. All right, this is clear. Now in the else if, my operator is equal to this, okay, or, then in that case I have to update my result as result is equal to result or value is equal to, here just write true. Okay, so here initially I am taking false. Okay, so later on if we encounter true, okay, if this value is true, then overall result will become true, right? So in our case, initially I'm taking false. Okay, so that later on if I encounter true, then my overall result will become true only. Okay, and if we encounter false later on, then later on again false, then it will always remain false. Okay, here, okay, if all false are come, then it will remain false, but if any true comes, then it will become true. Okay, so in the starting if we take it as true, then it's bad now. Then later on if I add f or true, it will always remain true. Okay, so that is why in the starting we have to take f. Okay, so that we can get two type of results. Here in the starting we have to take it as true, so that we can get two type of results, right? So that's a simple meaning. Okay, so now in the else part, okay, if my operator is equal to logical not, then my result is going to be just opposite of whatever the result that I have previously. I have to take the opposite of this one. So here value, okay, whatever the value we have, because we have single value inside that. Okay, so here this value I'm passing, if it is equal to true, so it is set to true only, otherwise it will change it to false. Okay, if this expression is true. Okay, this is done. So here this while loops ends. All right, then here we have to push the result back to the stack. So stack dot push, and here what we are pushing, we are just going to push the result. Okay, if it results true and false, okay, only these two things we have to push, right? Okay, if this is true, okay, the result is true, true, then pass t, otherwise f. Okay, push the result back to the stack. Okay, this is done here. Okay, now here we have to just run the final result. Okay, So final result will be on the top of the stack. Okay, so here return stack, second, return here, return stack dot pop. Okay, and here if it is equal to true. Okay, so if this is the case, then it is going to return true, otherwise false. That is why we are writing it like this. Okay, so now let's run it. So yes, there are some code issues, so let's try to fix them. Line 15, 921, 923. Okay, let's see. Boolean result is equal to operator is equal to this one. Okay, this should come like this now. Okay, then let's run it again and see what's the other issue. Line 21, 23 and 26. 21, 23, 26. Okay, 21, 23 and 26. Okay, result is equal to result or value is equal to t. Okay, this is missing here, right? And here also this semicolon is missing, and here also this semicolon is missing. Now let's run it. Okay, so now we are getting some other issue. Runtime error is coming at line 103 stack.peak. Okay, so let's see. So here, while my stack.peak is not equal to this one. Okay, okay, here we need to use AND operation, not OR operation, right? While my stack.peak is not equal to this one or this one and this one. Okay, so in that case only we have to push the elements. Okay, if any of them is true, then stop that. Okay, so now it is accepted. Now let's submit it. Here you understood, right? So here, see, our solution is accepted, right? So here, why I change this? Because I am pushing the elements in the temporary stack. Okay, until when? Until these are not like this and this and this. Okay, so if we are using or, then it is pushing all the other things. Okay, so that is not the right case, so we have to use and only. So we have to stop there. Okay, if we encounter any of these three. Okay, so that's the reason. So see, our solution is accepted, right? And here the time complexity is going to be of n, right? Because we are just iterating over all the elements in the expression one by one. Okay, so this is my for loop. Okay, so this for loop is ending here. Okay, and inside this we are just doing a few operations, okay, whenever required, but mostly we are just iterating over all the expressions one by one. Okay, all the characters in expression one by one. Okay, so I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem. If you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. Meet you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.